Hi, my name is Jody Phillips. My artist management project is going to be called A Killer Night with the Killers, a one-night event to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the Killers' first album, Hot Fuss. It'll be June 15th, 2014 in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Killers was formed in Las Vegas in 2001 by lead singer Brandon Flowers, after his first band abandoned him to move to Los Angeles. In 2002, he completed the lineup by adding a guitar player, Dave, a bass player, Mark, and drummer, Ronnie. Like every good band, their band name came from a pretty ridiculous place. They came up with the name from a New Order song called Crystal. In the music video, there's a fictitious band called the Killers that the foursome really liked. After playing a slew of sold-out shows in Las Vegas and gathering a huge following, they were found by Warner Brothers record rep Braden Merrick. He had heard their demo on a website and offered the band help in management. Eventually, they signed with Lizard King Records, a British label. On June 15, 2004, the Killers released their album Hot Fuss after gathering massive success in the UK when they released their first hit single, Mr. Brightside. Soon, they gathered a buzz in the US, and in May of 2004, they headlined their first tour. Hot Fuss gained massive success in the rock genre, even landing on Rolling Stone's 100 Greatest Debut Albums of All Time. It became the band's first #1 album in the UK and the 26th best-selling album of the decade. In the US, the album hit number 7 on the Billboard 200, selling more than 7 million copies worldwide, and was certified 7 times platinum. On top of that, it's been certified platinum or multi-platinum in Australia, Canada, Ireland, and New Zealand. 10 years later, the band is still touring the US and had a slew of sold-out club shows. All shows literally sold out within a minute of going on sale. I chose the Killers to headline this show because they've never filmed any of their live shows and are considered one of the greatest rock bands of the 2000s. Their sporadic touring in the last few years have put them in high demand, causing shows to sell out almost instantly. To sweeten the deal, I added 3 openers. Taking Back Sunday is a popular rock band with roots in Charlotte, so they'll have a local following, and I also added 2 bands who's climbing the charts in 2014, the 1975 and Bastille. I decided to film the show in Charlotte, North Carolina, because it's a centralized location on the East Coast and has cheaper costs for production and venue rentals. Charlotte has a massive underground punk rock following, and the last time the Killers were in the area, in Asheville, they sold out instantly. They'll be performing at the Time Warner Cable Arena, a 13,000 capacity arena in downtown Charlotte, where the Charlotte Bobcats play. Full House Productions is a local agency. They'll be providing the staging, lighting, sound, and production for the show, with promotion help from Live Nation. I've decided that the show is going to be on June 15th, 2014, because that is exactly 10 years since the release of Hot Fuss in the US. The venue has a capacity of 13,736, and with ticket prices at $49.50 and $69.50, I added a VIP package, which is $150, which gets fans right in front of the stage. The promoter, of course, will be Live Nation. When it comes to the risk analysis, there's always a risk that a band will get sick or cancel or something could happen between the members before the show. As a manager, I will need to be in constant contact with the band to check on their health and wellness. I don't want them to be spread too thin and put their health at risk. Other risks could include weather conditions, bad sales, opening acts dropping off, or problems with lighting or sound. Each of these things are different things managers deal with on a daily basis. Though you can't control the weather, bad sales could be alleviated with more marketing and pushing the angle that it's a live DVD release. Problems with lighting and sound can be fixed by having a backup sound or lighting company on call just in case. When it comes to the tour rider, I kind of took a look at something that was on Smoking Gun, and this is basically what they asked for. They wanted a per diem for 8 with them and their crew, and just a slew of other things like alcohol and peanut butter and jelly and vitamin water and spring water. The total I came up with is $354 for their rider. Here's the income statement. So I'm thinking with the sales of the ticket prices, and if it's a 13,000 capacity venue, I did half the sales at the $49.50, half the sales at the $69.50, came up with gross sales of $1.8 million. The cost of goods sold is the merch fee that it's going to cost to do some of the shirts and stuff to sell. The net sales would be $1.816792. Some of the expenses I came in with, the venue rental for Time Warner Cable is $100,000. Full House Productions is going to be $75,000 to put it on for the night. Filming costs are going to be $250,000 to get a crew in here with men and lighting and rigs and all of that. I put in a $20,000 advertising budget to push this show. Travel, which includes flights, would be $2,200 for the band and crew. Hotel will be 4 rooms a night, would be $476, and a merch fee of $500. This also adds the per diem, which is $120, the catering and rider, which is $354, runners for the day, and security. The expenses I came up with is $449,090. With ticket sales and DVD sales, my revenue is going to be about $1.8 million. Less the expenses, I'm looking at a $1.3 million sale. This is my day of show. This is from 9:30 a.m. when the runners arrive to the load in with text to when the box office opens, all the way to load out. I decided to have the band's sound check and load in the order backwards of when they'll be performing. So the Killers will load in and sound check first, and Bastille will load in and sound check last. Some of the things I've learned from this is that it takes a lot of work to put on a show like this. I spent a lot of time researching, a lot of time calling venues and production companies trying to get an estimate of the cost of things. It's very tedious, so being an artist manager is definitely something you're going to have to do on your toes all the time and just completely be engrossed in it. It's also kind of satisfying. Like once you accomplish doing something like this and doing a project like this, you just feel like, okay, I could do this. I feel a little better in it. I think it is a really satisfying feeling when you're actually going to put the show on. And I've done live production things like this before. And when the band takes the stage and you don't have anything else to do, you just kind of stand there and look, and you feel like you've really accomplished something. And there's also so many details and facets in doing this. So from, thinking of hotel rooms to thinking of flights to thinking of catering to the 4 loaves of bread the band needs. It's just so widespread, and it's just crazy. So I've learned a lot from this. Some of the things I didn't touch on, which I've dealt with before, are settlements with the venue and dealing with the record label and taking their cut out of it and, working with the promotions people completely. So, there's still so much to do, but this project really helped kind of open my eyes at putting it all together. So A Killer Night with the Killers, June 14th, 2014 in Charlotte, North Carolina.